Welcome to our series exploring the enigmatic realm of unexplained deaths and mysteries. Join us as we delve into perplexing cases that defy conventional understanding, where each clue raises more questions.
Have you ever heard about the Flannan Isles Lighthouse mystery? It's one of those unsolved cases that really creeps me out.
Yeah, I've heard bits and pieces about it. Isn't that the one where 3 lighthouse keepers just disappeared without a trace? What exactly happened?
Exactly.
It happened in December 1900. The Flannan Isles are these remote rocky islands in Scotland, and the lighthouse on Eileen Moor was supposed to be manned by 3 keepers, James Duckett, Thomas Marshall and Donald MacArthur. But when a relief vessel came to check on them on December 26th, no one was there. The whole place was abandoned. It was like they'd just vanished.
Vanished? That's weird. What did the relief crew find when they got there?
That's the strangest part. The lighthouse was in an eerie state. The clocks had stopped, the fire had burned out, and there was an uneaten meal just sitting on the table. It was like they'd left in a hurry, but without any signs of a struggle. It was like time had frozen and they just disappeared into thin air.
So, no signs of violence or anything like that?
No, nothing like that.
But when they checked the logbook, it got even stranger. The last entries were made in the days leading up to their disappearance, and they talked about a terrible storm battering the island. Marshall, the second in command, wrote that the storm was the worst he'd seen in 20 years, and he noted that all 3 men were praying for their safety, which was odd since MacArthur was apparently not the religious type. But here's the kicker. No other ships in the area reported a storm at that time.
Wait, so they were describing a storm that didn't actually happen?
Yep, at least not according to weather records. The mystery deepens there.
One theory is that a massive rogue wave or a series of huge waves swept them off the island while they were outside trying to secure things during a real storm. When the investigators looked at the west landing area, they found signs of damage as if something powerful had hit the shore.
But all 3 of them would have been outside at the same time. That's against protocol, right?
Exactly. One of them should have stayed inside. But maybe they were all trying to deal with some emergency, like equipment getting damaged and they didn't have time to think about protocol. There's a story that suggests MacArthur might have been caught in something dangerous outside. And the others ran out to save him, and then a wave took them all.
That could explain it, but it still feels off, doesn't it? Like, no bodies were ever found.
None, not a trace. Some people believe that the waves took them far out to sea, so their bodies just never washed up. But you're right, there's still this unsettling sense that something's missing in the story. Some people have suggested more far-fetched explanations. Like MacArthur, who was known to be hot-tempered, might have snapped and killed the others, then either fell or threw himself into the sea. But again, no real evidence supports that.
I've heard people even talk about supernatural explanations. You know, like ghost ships or sea creatures or even something otherworldly. I guess the isolation of the island kind of fuels that imagination.
Oh, absolutely. The remoteness of the Flannan Isles has definitely added to the eerie nature of the case. Some theories involve supernatural forces, like the idea that the men were taken by some kind of sea spirit or ghostly force. The fact that the lighthouse keepers lived in total isolation on this barren, stormy island kind of lends itself to those sorts of legends, but obviously none of that can be proven.
It's so eerie.
And the fact that this happened over 100 years ago, and we still have no solid answers, I guess that's part of what keeps people talking about it.
Exactly. It's one of those mysteries where, no matter how many plausible theories are thrown out there, nothing quite fits perfectly. The combination of the strange weather reports, the abandoned lighthouse, and the complete lack of physical evidence leaves so much room for speculation. And that's probably why it remains one of the most famous maritime mysteries to this day.
It's like one of those stories that just keeps you wondering. A real-life mystery with no satisfying ending.
And that's exactly why the disappearance of the Flannan Isles Lighthouse keepers continues to fascinate people even now. There's just something deeply unsettling about the idea that these men vanished into thin air, leaving only a few cryptic clues behind.
thank you for joining us on this exploration of the unexplained. We hope these mysteries have sparked your curiosity and encouraged you to delve deeper into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and never stop seeking the truth.